Good wishes to each and every one on this special day of 14th February 2022, where HR College of Commerce and Economics students in collaboration with GDF is discussing or is coming together to discuss on an important topic to interlink three important concepts of science, religion and faith. To talk about science, it's a practical concept where everything that is experimented by facts and figures is proven. Nothing can be challenged because it is being experimented. Whereas when we talk about religion, religion is something that people practice about number of years that people have followed, and that becomes religion. It could be a belief in God, it could be following certain practices on a day-to-day life, a particular language, a particular cuisine, the way of dressing, the way of eating, or the culture that we follow. Religion, when practiced on a regular basis, becomes a faith, and people don't want to move out of it. When they believe that moving out of it will be challenging and can get them to certain wrong things or wrong practices. Our college students are discussing whether these three are interlinked. According to me, these three are, because certain religious practices based on scientific knowledge or experimentation can create that faith that yes, what was believed by our ancestors, by being followed as a religion or certain religious practices, their faith has not been proven wrong. Can we challenge, or we say, can we challenge religion based on certain scientific theories? According to me, yes. There are certain religious practices which people follow are outdated, are not practicable, or are hurting people. Science says that such religious practices where people firmly believe or have a strong faith should be challenged and should be changed in the coming times. Certain years of COVID have taught us that all the times belief in religion and faith, where we saw that death was certain, the people were disposing of bodies without thinking that scientifically it can be hurtful. So when our college students came in for a GDF concept that whether religion, faith and science are interlinked, according to me, yes, only keep those religious practices where people have strong faith, but they are not hurting any sentiments, should be kept in continuation. The rest should be challenged, proven by science that they are wrong. Such religious beliefs and faith on practices should be discontinued. Wishing you all the best and happy 14th February. Thank you.
A very warm welcome to one and all present here. My name is Aman Gulbatra, and I, along with my fellow colleagues and mentors, represent HR College of Commerce and Economics in Mumbai. Through the Global Dialogue Foundation, we aim to spread awareness and reach out to as many people as possible, convey our message and listen to theirs. Talking about the foundation, one of its key sectors is religion, faith, and science. Three heavy yet simple words to understand and include in one's life. Religion is what we inherit, science is what we research, and faith is what we believe. It's impossible to get through life without these. They are like the only available set of keys to your dream. With our 15-minute documentary, we've tried to bring forward a mixed bag of opinions that our students have talked about religion and science. So without further ado, let's begin.
Hi, I'm Archita Gupta. I'm 19 years old and I'm pursuing Bachelor's in Mass Media and Communication. I've always been an inquisitive person who loves to learn about new things and write about different topical as well as cultural things in this world.
Hi everyone, I am Sanika. I am 19 years old and I'm currently pursuing BMM from the HR college. I think I'm very creative and I tend to look at the world from a different perspective.
Hi everyone, my name is Dua Advani. I am a 19-year-old management student from HR College. I'm extremely passionate about baking, traveling, and I consider myself to be a perfectionist.
Hi, I'm Arishka Nagpal. I'm pursuing BMS at HR College. I consider myself extremely ambitious, hardworking, creative, and outspoken.
Hi, my name is Aisha Shroff. I'm a 19-year-old BMS student from HR College, and I believe that I'm determined, open-minded, and always ready for a challenge.
Hi everyone, my name is Shikha Kothari. I am 19 years old. I am currently pursuing Bachelor of Management Studies at HR College. Few of my hobbies include photography, playing the guitar, and traveling the world and exploring various cultures. I also consider myself to be extremely outgoing.
I believe in life after death.
Certainly. So, as a religious person, I definitely believe that something lies beyond death. Now, if you look at the holy scriptures, whether it's Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, they all say different things. Some talk about heaven and hell, some talk about reincarnation. But they all say that there is something that lies beyond death. Now, as scientists, you guys talk about energy. Energy can't be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred from one form to another. What are our souls if they aren't energy? That's exactly why I believe that something definitely lies beyond death.
But there's no direct evidence to prove otherwise. Similarly, there's no direct evidence to prove that the moon is made of green cheese. Like, obviously, we can examine a spectra of light reflecting from the moon's surface or send astronauts out there to examine or bring back samples for analysis. But that's about it. Are you trying to say that we've examined every single cubic centimeter of the moon to know what it's made of? Obviously, this theory is absurd because we have in fact sent astronauts out there and we know what the moon is made of. So we have direct evidence to prove otherwise. But there's no evidence to prove that life actually exists after that.
I definitely agree with what she said, and nothing against you, but yeah, I agree with her. And it's just, I think as humans, we always been obsessed with there is some life after death, and a lot of religions have different faiths and beliefs of what is actually beyond death. And I think as an inquisitive person, I've also believed in it. I've always been curious to know more about what is life after death actually. And the people who actually have some evidence about it are the people who has had near-death experience. But research shows otherwise. Like what they believe in is that there is consciousness after death for sure, but they have mistaken it as life after death. And I don't think there is any evidence. And I think we can all agree that there is actually no evidence.
Yeah, I hear you, of course. But I think it wouldn't hurt any one of us over here to agree with the statement of life after death. Simply because I think we all would agree to one common thing, that all our actions have consequences. And life without a consequence simply means death. So many religions agree to the concept of heaven, and that simple thing just motivates us to be a better person. And I think it is the karma we go, or as you say, the things we do that help us be a better person, and it decides our destiny. So I feel none of us want to go to hell, right? Of course. So why don't we just do the right thing and work on ourselves and set the path right for ourselves to be better humans? And I think that's not going to harm any one of us.
It's important to question one's own belief.
Of course. So, as a religious person, I definitely believe that it's important to question your own beliefs. Now, that's where your blind spots lie. Religion says a lot of things. There are times in life where religion can't guide you the way, or you get stuck and you feel really lost and you feel like there is no way to go ahead. And in that moment, if you don't question your beliefs, they don't become stronger. So, as a religious person, I definitely believe that where I stand with God only comes after I question it.
Yeah, I think okay, that's great. But usually in religion, people don't really do that, and people have blind faith for few things, and that's what science is not about. Like take for example Schrodinger's cat and how we put the cat in the box and with a radioactive stone. And we don't know till we open the box that if it's dead or alive. We'll only know once you open it, and that's what religion sometimes doesn't talk about. That we are not able to question our beliefs, not the faith. We just have to believe it blindly, and that's what science is all about. We can question it, and we also have answers to it. And when we don't have answers to it, we don't believe in it.
Exactly. I mean, science, it lets you question first and then you seek the answers.
young children try to understand this intuitively exactly by looking at their surroundings and absorbing what they see. And encouraging questioning lets you bring in the good spirit of science into your education system. And the art of asking good questions, it is what you need to be a good practicing scientist.
According to me, it's completely right to question religious beliefs, especially your own, because if you can't do that and you can't accept the fact that someone else is doing that, it means that you don't truly believe, or you think that what you've been taught to believe is wrong. And questioning your beliefs doesn't mean you stop believing, it just means you start believing more consciously instead of just out of mere habit.
Science and religion are two sides of the same coin.
The ultimate goals of science and religion are one and the same. They are definitely two sides of the same coin, and their paths describe the same coin. Science gives us wisdom or knowledge, and religion gives us emotional intelligence. And their paths may be a little different, but their methods may be different, but they essentially have the same goal, which is emotional intelligence and wisdom, which is the same
Exactly.
thing.
I agree with what she's saying. Now, see, if you think about it, the main point of religion is the word on the bottom line. And if you see science, the main point of that is your concept of phenomena. So they both are trying to get close to the reality of it.
Right. Religion essentially just wants you to do good and follow good and have that.
Like a good perspective.
Yeah, exactly. And science essentially wants exactly the same thing. So there's really no difference. And with that, like
The betterment of society.
yeah, and that's why the two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, I think at this point it is clear that religion wants you to follow a strict path, like a law, when it comes to wisdom. But that's not the case with science because there's no research for like wisdom. We've probably more or less abandoned it. So I think religion is the winner here. So if you want to inculcate wisdom, you either do it through your upbringing or education or grinding down ignorance by learning through reality over the years. Or you can take the religion way, you can follow your beliefs, you can follow the path of wisdom. But the real question here is, are science and religion the two sides of the same coin or the same coin?
Okay, so very interesting. This whole two sides of the same coin, and this topic is that let me tell you all an interesting fact that there are several holy scriptures that have been dated like several years back, and science is now proving them to be right. Okay, so let me just back it with an example. The scriptures in the Bible, it states that humans are made from the same elements as the earth in our atmosphere and environment. So 99% of the human body is made of oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, etc. And the rest of it is made by chlorine and sulfur oxide and stuff like that. This just shows that the human body is so much similar to the earth and the environment, and this was proven like years back, and now science is kind of taking over and getting the facts back and proving that these scriptures were right.
Amidst uncertainties, which is more reliable, religion or science?
So, since of course I'm a strong believer of religion, I would say that all special occasions are started, like for example a wedding. It started by like religious rites and religious activities, and also certain sad occasions like the funeral. It ends with a religious activity. Now these things, like these religious activities, they play such an important role in our lives because as people we're so confused with our emotions, and they tend to support us during such difficult times, and they kind of show us as a ray of hope.
Right. For example, the COVID-19 pandemic that we're in currently has changed everyone's life, and it's been difficult for so many people. And religion kind of just is that backbone of support and gives that hope to people for the future, and that better times will come.
Correct, but in times of uncertainties, sometimes we feel feelings of abandonment or anger towards God, and trauma and tragedy can in fact challenge your conceptions towards God. As a result, I feel that people can often start struggling in their relationship with God because they feel abandoned or punished or angry.
In fact, I completely agree with that. I'm an extremely religious person, and I do believe that when things go south, you say you put everything in God's hands. But then what happens when the healing process comes into the
happening around you is just not out of a faith or out of just a belief that you had, like that you were having since childhood. You have to question it, you have to evolve with that. Like for example, when we even go and play and there's a turbulence, we of course like pray to God, but we can't like call the pilot and like, hey, is everything fine? But yeah, we have to like we pray to God and that's fine. We have a belief. It's all just exactly. It's all move at the end of the day. So that's fine, but just important to question things around you and just evolve with time. So yeah.
According to you, how does religion and science give back to society?
I think science has definitely given us a lot of things which we can't even count on our fingers, and I'm thankful for each one of that. The fact that we are sitting here in this college after 2 years, we still got the education which we wanted and fought something which we never even knew existed before, COVID-19, and like we fought it with such a grace because of such a better healthcare system, and we all should be thankful for that. And yeah.
I think science brings in innovation and it's the backbone of the society. If you want to progress, if you want to evolve, I think we need science and we need innovation.
So like we discussed before, religion expects you to do good and be good. So every religion teaches you something to give back to society and become a better person and more humane.
Religion gives back a lot to society. It gives you a sense of belonging. Now, if you think of religious communities, they conduct so much charity, social work, which makes people feel like they belong somewhere. Gives you a crutch, a sense of hope and belonging.
Science gives back to society by providing solutions for everyday life and also answers the great mystery of the universe. One of the only reasons why we could even record this right now is because of science.
Hope is being able to see the light despite of all the darkness, and this is what religion gives to a society, a very, very strong sense of hope. And here's a food for thought. What is the world without any hope?
This is HR College.
This is HR College.
So this is HR College.
This is HR College.
This is HR College.
HR College signing off.